another tutorial for you. Basic dribble move, the spin move. Very, very entertaining move to see someone pull off effectively in a game. Some guys that I think really have really good spin moves would be like Derrick or Chris Paul. What I'm going to try to do is give you some ideas on how to execute the spin move effectively to get past your defender, or at least create space, you know, so you can use it in a variety of ways. And also, you know, some tips to make sure you can maintain control of it and keep the ball protected. So first tip I want to give you is spin moves generally are something I wouldn't use too much if you're in a really high traffic area in the lane, for the fact that you're vulnerable as you're spinning with the basketball because the ball is moving in so much area. While you're spinning, you don't really have the ability to, you know, see everything clearly because you're moving around, so you won't be able to, you know, really judge where different defenders are, where their hands are. So I'd say a spin move is going to be a little bit better more on the perimeter, generally speaking. All you're doing is you're going to be dribbling the ball with one hand, and you're going to come in front of the basketball like this. Okay, not all the way under because that's a carry, but you're going to come over the top and a little bit to the front of it, and you're going to pull the ball back. Okay, it's going to be kind of like doing a behind the back dribble, except you're going to turn your whole body with it. Okay, from there, if the ball's in your right hand coming over the top of it, you're going to keep your left foot down. If you pivot with your other foot, you're wasting your time doing the spin move because you're just going to be in the same spot. If you pivot with this other foot, you can create some space and move past your defender, which is the whole purpose of the move. Instead of staying here, you're going to end up here. You spin with the wrong foot, you end up in the same spot. That's not going to help you at all. So using the correct pivot foot is very important. From there, you're going to bring this foot back. The ball's going to come and you're going to drop it next to this foot here. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. Drop and complete the spin. So boom, complete the spin, and then you get the ball with the other hand. Try to keep the ball tight. Don't try to hold it out too far like that. Unless you got a lot of, if your defender is here and there's a lot of space over here, then you can bring it out a little further and try to do more of an explosive dribble to go to the rim. But generally, I would try to keep it in tight. Okay, especially if there's a few defenders that might be kind of close in the area of where you're going to execute the spin move. I would keep it in tight. But if you feel like you got a lot of space over here, then you can extend your arm out a little further and create a little more space off the dribble. Once you do this dribble here, you're going to come and get it with the opposite hand. So if you're starting to move with the right hand, you're going to receive it with the left hand. If you're starting with your left hand, you're going to receive it with the right hand. Keeping your footwork in mind, once again, spinning, and then you're going to change pivot feet. So spin and change pivot feet. So if you're starting with your left foot as a pivot foot, then your right foot becomes the pivot foot to complete the spin. And I would say in game speed, it's going to be a little more than 180 degrees. So you're going to come more like sideways of the hoop, and that's when you're going to let it go of the ball and get it with the other hand. So it'll look like this. Okay. A tip to help you do it a little bit quicker: turn your head first. If your head turns, your body will follow. So if you turn your head quickly, your body will follow, so you'll do your spin move quickly. The other benefit of that is if you turn your head quick, it allows you to get back to neutral, to seeing the court, to get back facing forward, and you know, you're minimizing that time where you're disoriented if you're spinning like this. You know, you want to get back facing front as quick as possible so you can judge, you know, what's going on in the court and make your next decision or react to different situations in the game. Keeping all those concepts in mind now, you got the technique down, you know how to do it effectively and quickly. Here's a couple ways to set it up. One is to basically, if you're like in a low stance, you know, your ready stance, and you're doing like a basic protection dribble and you're shielding the ball with your offhand, you'll see, you don't see a lot of NBA players do this as much anymore, but back in like the early 2000s and the 90s, you would see a lot of players bring the ball up the court and kind of bring their opposite foot forward to the hand that's dribbling the ball and their opposite hand forward to protect the basketball. You can do that and you're already halfway into your spin, right? So if your defender's coming in here trying to reach on the ball and he comes on to this side, he makes it easy. for you to spin off of him. So you're already halfway set up. So keep that in mind. That's one of the easiest ways to set up your spin move. And if the defender tries to reach in, you just go. Or if he's even too close to you and even an inch too far to this side, you can spin right off of him, okay? And the beauty of that too is when he's real close to you, you can literally touch butt to butt to him, all right? And basically you got his body, your body, basketball, right? Which is what you wanna do. You're creating that protection for the basketball. Another way to set it up is a lot of times I like to go from a between the legs dribble and go right into it. I always like to set it up with just kind of a slow but nonchalant between the legs dribble to throw the timing off, put them into a lull, make them think that I'm just, you know, taking a relaxed dribble and kind of judging what's going on in the court, and then go into that spin really quick. You want to make sure you're nice and close to your defender to do this move. So if say your defender is right here, right, and you're way back here and you spin, you're putting the ball right in front of them. You're not effective with the move. You're moving around and you might think you look cool, but the defender is going to steal the basketball. So you want to make sure you're nice and close to him. That's one of the very few situations where you really should use the spin move, is when your defender is close to you. Because if he's too far away from you, you're just making it easy for him to pick the basketball off from you. You want to set it up, the slow dribble. And like I said, I like coming in to start the spin move almost kind of slow, because it almost seems like you're about to step back. And that kind of, I think, throws defenders off and either puts them into a lull or has them kind of try to come back with you if they're playing tight on you. And then just as you're bringing that ball up, you know, you're receiving it on the dribble, that's when you whip into the spin move and you can go. I found that really effective for getting past defenders, basically just because, like I said, you're putting them into a lull, you're kind of coming back, and if you can really, you know, wait to the last second to do the spin move, it catches them off guard big time. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know if there's anything else you want to see, anything else you want to learn, more things you want, you know, broke down in more detail. Hit up that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button if you liked the tutorial, and do me a favor, share it on Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, all that good stuff if you liked it. Thanks for watching.